Welcome back. Every house gets to a point where it requires an update or repairs. But what do you do when you want to renovate and be eco-friendly as well? Our own Andrea Donsky did just that. She renovated with style and without a big environmental impact. It looks beautiful. So first, Andrea, tell us what inspired you to renovate your house.
So we'd been living in our house for 10 years and things were starting to break down. Doors were falling off the cabinet, there were cracks in the tile, so we just knew it was time to renovate.
Okay, what were some of the criteria for you when it came to renovations?
So like you said, Tracy, we really wanted to do it in an eco-friendly way. And the thing is that we didn't want that newly renovated smell, and we knew we couldn't avoid it entirely, but we wanted to do the best we could to minimize it because they've been linked to headaches and migraines and other things. So we worked with this amazing designer. Her name is Marla Nicken, and she helped us pick materials so they worked together beautifully according to our tastes. She was amazing, and I could not have done it without her.
See, you see an island, I see a dance floor. I cannot believe how big your island is. I would be rolling all over that thing before I put anything on. Like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So did you find that the process was easy to do from a green or environmentally friendly perspective?
You know, Rich and I renovated another house back in 2007, and back then it was so hard because they weren't readily available, whereas today everything is more readily available. We're more environmentally conscious, and there's regulations around it from the manufacturers and suppliers. So yes, it was so much easier to do it today than it was in the past.
Now, were there specific areas that you wanted to be more green than others?
Yes, so we really wanted our countertops, believe it or not, to be green, our appliances, as well as the finishings like the paints and the glues.
Okay, so let's start with the countertops. How did you decide on which material you wanted to go with, since there are so many choices out there?
There are so many options. So our old kitchen had granite, so we knew we didn't want to use that again, and we had seen quartz in other people's homes, and we loved the look of it. So I did research, and we ended up going with a brand called Caesar Stone for many reasons. So number one, like you said, Tracy, like it is not just a countertop, it is a statement. It is so beautiful. And because the countertop is extra long, and it goes right into our eating area, we wanted something that was really easy to maintain. And because their quartz it's non-porous, it doesn't allow bacteria in, so it's really easy to clean. And when it comes to indoor air quality, they have zero impact on the environment or the air in our home. And they also have several green certifications. They have ISO 14001, a global standard for environmental protection, ISO 9001, a quality management standard, and NSF certification for public health and safety.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but we've got Caesar Stone as well, and I had a girlfriend come over and she was like, I can't stop cleaning your countertops. Like, there's just something so relaxing about cleaning that material. You just don't want to stop. It's meditative, or maybe it just means I'm in my 40s. I don't know. Okay, don't many of the appliances we buy today have a green component to it? Like, we're getting to that point where you can get things like energy savings and stuff like that?
Yes, you can. And so you can look for the Energy Star logo. That means their products have been tested and they meet certain specifications or requirements. Also, there might be some rebates associated with it. And in the long run, when you buy appliances with that logo, you'll save on cost and energy. So we got all of our appliances from Goemans. Now, Tracy, I want to share a really cool tip with you that Marla shared with us. So when it came to our fridge, we really wanted to have a statement. So we wanted a big fridge. We're also a family of 5. We eat a lot, so we wanted to have this big, massive fridge in our kitchen. So instead of buying a built-in, Marla recommended that we buy 2 standalone units, a fridge and a freezer, and then put it together with a trim kit so that it looks like a built-in, but it actually isn't. And what's amazing about it, it was about half the price of a built-in, and both the fridge and the freezer are energy efficient.
Ooh, that is a very smart workaround there. Okay, you mentioned how it was really important for you to have eco-friendly finishings like paint, glues,
Yes.
and wall coverings. Why?
Because traditional paints and glues and finishings can contain something or chemicals called VOCs, which are volatile organic compounds that have been linked to headaches and migraines, as well as nose and throat irritation and eye irritation. So when it came to our bathroom, Marla recommended doing something a little bit more bold and striking and colorful. And I loved the idea because our kitchen was a little bit more conservative in color. So we ended up going with something called silk plaster, which is a hybrid between wallpaper, plaster, and paint. And it's completely non-toxic. So it's made with cotton and silk, and it's held together with a food-grade glue. So again, it doesn't emit any chemicals into the air.
Oh, gorgeous. Okay, any other tips to share with us on how you made sure your renovations were as chemical-free and eco-friendly as possible?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say the number one thing would be communication, and then also secondary to that would be follow-up. So for us, we interviewed all of the contractors that we worked with. So we spoke to Alex Gilkin from realkitchen.ca. He's the one that did our kitchen. And when we met him, we told him how important it was for us to have that eco-friendly option. And I didn't want the off-gassing. I didn't want that newly renovated smell, like I said at the beginning. So he assured us that his materials wouldn't off-gas or wouldn't have a smell at all. And he said, in the event that those materials came in and that they had one, he said that he would air them out in his warehouse and wouldn't install them until they were completely odor-free. So in my opinion, I was like, yep, love you, Alex, let's do this, because he went over and above to meet our expectations. And then secondly, you really want to have that follow-up to make sure that what you're being promised is actually followed through on.
So many takeaway tips. Thanks for sharing your reno with us, Andrea. Well